President Trump. If true, that concession would satisfy a demand that was made by President Trump, ordering the rogue nation to, quote, de-nuke as a precondition to any one-on-one conversations between our two countries. Trace Gallagher working on this tonight and is in our LA newsroom with more. Hey, Trace.
Hi, Martha. Kim, intercontinental ballistic missiles. The North will shut down a nuclear test site in the country's northern side to prove the vow to suspend nuclear tests, going on to say that a nuclear test center, quote, will be discarded in order to ensure the transparency of the suspension of the nuclear test. Now, the statement does not make any mention of North Korea abandoning its existing missiles and nuclear weapons, so there is clearly some room for skepticism. Remember, back in 2008, North Korea talked about curbing its nuclear program, even had that television report of the destroying of a nuclear water cooling tower to show that it was sincere, and then a short time later it announced it would restart the program. But it is also worth noting that Kim Jong Un has not tested a missile since back in November, and at that time he was embroiled in a name-calling game of chicken with President Trump. So for now, this appears to be a major concession by the North and a major victory for President Trump, and it precedes what stands to be a historic summit next month or in early June between Trump and Kim. It also comes one day after North Korea dropped its demand that U.S. troops leave the Korean Peninsula, and that came in the wake of that stunning revelation that Secretary of State nominee Mike Pompeo actually visited North Korea and met Easter weekend with Kim Jong Un. Today, at the Pentagon, Japan's Minister of Defense indicated the U.S.-led strikes last week in Syria had a wider impact. He said, and I'm quoting, "I think this gave a certain message toward North Korea." And experts say this is also clear evidence that sanctions have had a crippling impact on the North. In fact, Kim Jong Un now says he plans to focus on his country's economy and taking care of its people. This could all change very quickly, as we know, but for now, this is extraordinarily significant and a big feather in the cap of the Trump administration. And we just got a tweet I want to read to you, Martha, from the president. He says, and I'm quoting, "North Korea has agreed to suspend all nuclear tests and close up a major test site. This is very good news for North Korea and the world. Big progress. Look forward to our summit." Good news for the president right now.